Is everybody nice and warm? Are you all set for the 24th Annual Grafton Christmas Parade, brought to you by the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce with the support of the local business community? So we'd like to welcome you all today here. My name is Nancy Hunt. I'm the Executive Director of the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce. I'll be doing the commentary for the parade today along with my cohort, Dave Antoine, who's up on the stage there. And joining Dave up on the stage is Margie Horvat, who is the founder of the Grafton Christmas Parade 24 years ago. So let's give Margie a big hand. She got this whole thing off to a roll, and next year we'll be celebrating 25 years of Christmas in Grafton. We have a lot of nice surprises for you here today. Of course, compliments of Cornerstone Community Bank. There were over 500 people that had breakfast at the Breakfast with Santa out at Circle B. And we have some very large sponsorships that we'd like to note today. Everybody's favorite, the South Shore Drill Team from Chicago, will be joining us. And they are compliments brought to you by Grafton State Bank at a sponsorship from them. So we would like to extend our thanks to Grafton State Bank for making the South Shore Drill Team's appearance possible. Also, the rest of the funding that puts on this parade comes from all the local businesses that you see here in Grafton. So when you go in to support your local business community, we'd like you to thank them for putting on such a great Christmas show. And so now I think we'll talk to some of the people in the crowd here and see where you came from. Hi, what's your name?
Joey.
Where are you from, Joey?
Cedarburg.
Okay, well, we're happy to have you here. And is this your little brother? What's your name?
Lucas.
Joey and Lucas from Cedarburg. Thanks for coming. Hi, what's your name?
Dan.
Dan's a little bit older than Joey and Lucas. Where are you from, Dan?
Right here in Grafton.
Okay, well, I'm glad you came out for the parade today. Do you think you could have brought us some warmer weather? You know.
I tried.
Thanks. We'll just keep our spirits warm. Hi, look like we have some new arrivals here. Hi, what's your name?
Tony.
Tony, where are you from?
Grafton.
Good, I'm glad you're here today. You're just getting out here a little bit late. Look at the camera and wave. Say Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
What's your favorite part of the parade?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe after you watch today, you'll have a better answer to that question. This parade is being taped so that we will rebroadcast it on the local cable access channel. That's channel 14. And if you have digital cable through Time Warner, there's a station, Wisconsin On Demand, which is channel 1111. And they will be broadcasting this parade, and it will be carried across southeastern Wisconsin to all the digital cable subscribers. So we will put Grafton on the map, so to speak, with our great parade. So thanks, everybody, for joining us today. And the parade is in the staging area. They've been very busy. It's about to start. And just before the parade comes down, we have a special treat for you in honor of the Harley 100th anniversary celebration, and we'll have the Harley Owners Group from West Bend that will be coming down the road just before the parade starts. So thanks, everyone, for coming today, and enjoy the Grafton Christmas Parade.
Unit is a West Bend Harley Owners Group. This group, under the direction of Addie Silverthorne, actually took a pilgrimage from Las Vegas to the Harley Fest back in August.
This is the Harley Owners Group from West Bend, organized by Addie Silverthorne of Grafton. Let's give him a big round of applause.
They're very festive with all their Santa hats and their motorcycles all decorated for Christmas.
You know, our local businessman, Addie Silverthorne, organized this because he's very much a part of the West Bend chapter. Unfortunately, or fortunately for the Silverthorns, Addie couldn't be here today because his son attends St. Norbert's in De Pere, and their football team made it into the postseason playoffs. So Addie and his wife had to travel up to Minnesota. They won their first playoff game in overtime last week, and today they're playing their second game. So we wish a lot of luck to St. Norbert's football team.
And thanks, Addie, for organizing this, if you're listening to this later.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be getting a copy of the tape. You know, he'll be calling right after St. Norbert's wins that game today. I want to remind any children out there that brought letters to give to Jolly the Elf that Jolly will be coming down the parade route, and if you put in your name and address, Jolly will make sure that Santa gets a letter back to you. So if you brought your letters today, make sure that you see Jolly and give her the letter to get a letter back from Santa.
While we're waiting for the first unit, we'd like to mention our Holiday Events Committee for 2003. Our co-chairs this year are Liz Fisher, who owns and runs Majestic Storage, and her co-chair is Ann Neiman from Seek Incorporated.
Wow, Dave, you chaired the parade a few years, didn't you?
Yeah, 3 years, 1999, 2000, and 2001.
Wow, and before that, Dave was in charge of the car segment for the parade. We used to call him our car guy.
This is my actual 12th year being involved with the community event.
Right, and now you turned it over to Tom Johnson, the car segment, but I saw you out there helping him this morning.
Well, that's one nice thing about the holiday events. Everybody chips in where they can.
That's right. Well, it's hard to keep you out of the mix of, you know, volunteering. Dave is also one of Grafton's outstanding citizens. He received that honor 2 years ago? 3 years ago. Wow, time flies when you're having fun, huh?
Yeah, it was a wonderful honor and very humbling, but I did enjoy it. Moving along, our treasurer for the Holiday Events Committee is Renata Riley from Grafton State Bank. Renata's been involved at least 10, 12 years.
At least. She's been treasurer every year since I've been here.
And the band segment leader has a very special place in my heart. It's Nicole Getter. It's my daughter. This is her first year, and she works for Seek.
So now we officially have a second-generation person working on the parade committee. Dave and his daughter, both. And there was a nice article about Nicole in the special edition of the Lakeshore newspapers this week.
Right. And there's pictures of last year's parade with it. It was very nice. Nicole has been involved with the parade probably since she was in second grade when she was St. Joe's. She used to be on the floats for St. Joe's.
That's one thing about volunteers. They always get their families active in their activities as well.
Moving right along, Breakfast with Santa, which is a big hit for the community. What do we have? How many people were there today?
Well, I know that we had advanced reservations for close to 500, and then there are always extra people that come in at the door. So it was its usual amount of activity out there this morning. And for the first time, my granddaughter attended.
Did she get to sit in Santa's lap?
No, she was afraid of Santa Claus. You know, she's shy like her grandma.
Yeah, that I know.
But
anyway, Breakfast with Santa is run by two young mothers in the community. Kathy Kraus. Kathy this is her third year. Kathy used to be a co-worker with me at my company, Hydrite Chemical, and I got her involved, and she's done a great job. And with her is Meg Canepa, who works as the accountant for St. Joe's congregation, and did a wonderful job putting this together.
They were having a really good time out there. I see that the parade banner is coming. It has just rounded the corner. And carrying the parade banner, we're having trouble with our gloves on,
is Dylan Meyer and Eric Dickman.
All the parade banner carriers were recruited by the administrative assistant in the chamber office, Pam King. She has 2 kids in middle school, and so she recruited a lot of middle school students to help us out today. And we're really thankful for that. Especially carrying the chamber the parade theme banner, which is coming after the chamber banner. We have a special guest from California. Matt King's cousin is visiting from California and was very honored to be asked to be in the parade and carry the parade banner because he's never been in a parade before.
And I guess he had his chance of being in the Rose Bowl parade, and he decided to do the Grafton Christmas parade instead.
That's right. Rose Bowl, Grafton Christmas parade. I mean, you know, Pasadena, Grafton, Wisconsin.
I think he had his priorities in the right place.
I'd like you to thank our banner carriers. Carrying the chamber banner this morning is Dylan Meyer and Eric Dickman. And following them, carrying the parade banner, is Tyler Carey. And Tyler is, oh, maybe not. Looks like the King family. Matt King and his cousin Tyler Carey from California. Let's give him a big hand. Well, now we have Lieutenant Getz starting off the parade at a place of honor. Followed by Ozaukee County Sheriff Maury Straub. We knew that. Ozaukee County Sheriff Maury Straub. Happy holidays, Maury.
Maury wishes a happy, healthy, and safe holiday season for everyone in Grafton. Since we have a little gap here, we'll continue with our Holiday Events Committee. As we mentioned before, Tom Johnson is in charge of getting all the very classy convertibles that are in the parade for all our celebrities. This is Tom's 5th year running this segment. And working with him is our celebrity chairperson, Sandy Sanfilippo. Another area of importance, and we love to make sure the children are having a good time, is our costumes. And this year that was co-chaired by Mike Herbrand from Houseman and Fine and Patty Kalkovich of Houseman and Fine.
And I see the parade is opening, as always, with the color guard from our local Rose Harms American Legion post. And they will be followed by the members of the Cedarburg VFW post. In the color guard opening our parade today is the color guard from the Rose Harms American Legion post, followed by the members of the post and the members of the Cedarburg Grafton VFW. Let's give them all a big hand.
Just got back from a lovely trip. I stopped off at the North Pole.
Oh, Vern Kinsler. Talk to us when you feel like. Hello. I think Renata Quillen down there tried to get me a message. Do you think it's that she's cold?
Positive.
Also, I forgot them. Oh. The members of the Legion Auxiliary are also marching with the Rose Harms Legion Post member. We want to welcome the ladies as well. I think that's what she was yelling at. You know, you forget when you're sitting up here that, you know, some of the little things fall through the cracks. I saw Renata reminding me about the ladies from the Rose Harms Legion as well, which are a very important part of our community and the post.
Some of these ladies and gentlemen have been braving the elements for 24 years now, carrying their flags and their guns and being our color guards at the beginning of the parade.
That's right, Margie. I think some of them might be the same as when you first started the parade 24 years ago.
I actually recognized quite a few faces, so it's nice to see these faces still involved.
Oh, that's great. It's nice that we're still young enough that we can remember. And of course, the VFW and the Rose Harms Post are always looking for veterans to join their group.
Coming next is our finest, our Cedarburg Fire Department.
Oh, it looks like it's led off by an antique truck. And if I'm not mistaken, that looks like Chuck Schmaltz driving that truck.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He looks familiar to me.
That's really beautiful.
Hi,
antique.
Chuck. That's Chuck Schmaltz in the antique truck in the front, in the place of honor. had kind of a changing of the guard in Grafton with the leaders of our community recently. During the past year, we've not only gotten a new police chief, Howie Thede retired, and Police Chief Chip Wenton is now our police chief, and David Harvey is the new fire chief. Larry Williams was the chief for years, and he retired from that position, and now Chief Dave Harvey has taken over. So there's been kind of changing of the guard. In the schools system as well, our superintendent, longtime superintendent, Dr. Ed Eckhart, retired, and so we have a new school superintendent. So three major leaders in the community, are starting a new tradition in Grafton.
Well, change is good. Community is changing. It's good to get changes in all areas.
Well, change is good, but the one nice constant thing about Grafton is we've always had a wonderful fire and rescue service.
Absolutely, because they are all volunteers, and I think that that's really important.
Nancy, I don't know if I told you, but my father our Grafton Fire Department took my dad to the hospital one day, and on her own time, a woman came back to the hospital to visit my dad. So, I mean, that just shows that the caring that Grafton has for their own people.
That's right. Well, that's what's so important about our community. It's the people that make it, the wonderful place that it is. I had some people stop in at the chamber office last week from California. Funny what some people come to town for and what they're interested in. And this particular gentleman was interested in the history of the record factory.
Oh my goodness.
That was here, where they recorded a lot of blues music during the early 20s, I believe. And he came all the way from California, researching blues history, and came to Grafton because of the record factory that used to be here. And just recently, our local Parks Department did put up a historical marker marking the spot on the river at Falls Road where the record factory was. And while he was there, the phone kept ringing off the wall about the breakfast with Santa and the parade, and he said, "This place is really a hotbed of activity. What's going on?" And I explained, and he went, "That is what's so beautiful about small-town life at its finest, Those things just don't happen in California." I think they brought out all the fire trucks today. What do you think?
Well, it looks like we shouldn't have anything to worry about, though. They're in the front, and they'll get out if we do need an emergency. They're always there for us.
They're always at the ready. That's what's nice about all of our volunteers with the Grafton Fire Department. And the Fire Department Auxiliary, too. The ladies usually had a float, but I guess they couldn't get that together this year, and we'll miss that. We'll have to make sure that they get that together next year. Looks like the last fire truck is coming, and then we will have the first musical group in our parade, which is the Grafton High School Band.
But before that, we have a very special person that's coming.
Oh. Are you talking about Sharon Irwin, Grafton's
Yes.
outstanding citizen?
And she is very outstanding. The things she has done for this community, everything from Girl Scouts to her church to the Christmas holiday event. She was the last person who was the lone chairman. She did such a good job by herself, and nobody could replace her. From after that point, they had co-chairs. That was back in
Wow.
1993.
And I don't see the car though. Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's right behind this last fire truck.
And maybe you could announce the banner carriers for the Grafton High School Band, which is sponsored by Hallworth Realty.
And the banner carriers are Keegan and Joseph Hallrath. How appropriate.
I would think that they're heirs to the Hallworth real estate business.
I would think so.
Nancy, as I'm watching these firemen walk down the street, I think it's very it's very good for the kids, particularly since 9/11, to see the men that go out to save our lives on a daily basis. And it's just good to see them interacting with the children.
Absolutely right. And coming down, coming down this. Testing. Testing.
Carl?
My PA mic seems not to be working. But right now we have Sharon Irwin with her daughters, Sarah and Beth, who are both students at Grafton High School, and her husband Bob is in the front seat, and she is our outstanding citizen.
And the car is driven by Pat
Testing,
Murray.
testing.
Let's hear it for Sharon Irwin.
Testing. Well, Dave, I think we'll have to listen to the Christmas tunes of the Grafton High School Marching Band. Unfortunately, my PA mic just went off. We have a couple of our costume characters coming up after them as well.
The Grafton High School Band is under the direction of Brett Dimmer. They're all students from Grafton High School, ages 14 through 18, freshmen through seniors. And they've been as parade since the first day.
This looks like the Misfit toys from Christmas. Look at that elephant with pink spots.
They're actually sort of spooky, you know?
What's that all about? And right now we have our Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce president, Bill Smitherman, and his wife, Marilyn.
Bill is owner of Countryside Floral in the old Kmart building.
Hello, Merry Christmas, Bill and Marilyn. Followed by Tina Sarhammer, Miss Wisconsin.
She was second runner-up to Miss USA back in September.
And we're so happy to have her with us here in Grafton today.
She's a very lovely young lady,
Kristen?
very intelligent lady. She's got a PhD at
I know.
22 years old.
She is very smart.
I wish I'd have half of that.
I was watching the Miss America pageant and I was just wanting her so badly to win. I wanted that win for Wisconsin, you know?
Yeah, well, Wisconsin normally doesn't do well, and it was wonderful
Well,
to see.
30 years ago, Terry Ann
That's
Musin from De
very
Pere
true.
was Miss Wisconsin.
That's
It
true.
was, you know, and we thought 30 years might do the trick. But Tina did
Almost.
very well and
Yes.
represented our state just beautifully.
She's a graduate of St. Norbert's College.
Testing. Right now we have the Special Olympics from Ozaukee County. These are athletes that perform under the direction of Uracy Yarney.
They offer a year-round program of sports activities, training, and fun for all people with special cognitive needs. Their athletes compete in basketball, bowling, golf, gymnastics, softball, swimming, and volleyball. The teams compete locally, statewide, and even internationally with volunteer coaches from our community.
Uracy Yarney does such a nice job every year, making sure that she rounds up all the athletes to get them to participate in the parade.
We're so proud to have them in our parade again this year.
And coming up is Village President Jim Brunkwell and his family. His wife Kathy is sitting in the front passenger seat, and their three children are Tony, 11, Peter, 8, and Lauren, who is 6. Now, Kathy told me that Peter might be playing his accordion, but I guess he decided not to do that today. Wow, thanks for the candy. Oh, Tony's having a good time. Thanks, Jim. And it looks like we have the first of our floats coming up, Dave. This
The
float,
third place for community organization division is St. Joseph School, under the direction of Sue Hankey. These are the junior high kids, 11 to 14-year-old kids from St. Joe's. This is their 4th year in the parade. The junior high students put this float together. They've spent many hours after school and Saturday mornings putting it together. Did a nice job. Way to go, kids.
yay! We also had a lot of help from the St. Joseph's Youth Choir in our tree lighting ceremony this year. Dave, I think you were in charge of that, isn't that correct?
Yes, we want to try something different. We had all adult choirs the past 4 years. We like to get some children involved. And
That's great.
we had beautiful sound system. It was so festive. All the children sang. It was just great.
Ooh, look what's coming now, sponsored by your friends at Ozaukee Bank.
And the banner carriers are Mike Kroll and Josh Lancello.
And these are the Jolly Giant Stilt Walkers. They come to us all the way from Madison. Ooh, I wish they wouldn't run like that. That makes me nervous. Margie, what do you think? We could use some of those sometimes. Margie is a little vertically challenged. I think she's heard that a lot throughout her life. Maybe you could take some lessons from these guys.
This is their third year in our parade.
Wow.
Hi.
Happy holidays to you. Wow, they're really tall. Do you think they play basketball?
I don't know. They'd probably not be as good as Kobe.
Yeah.
Nancy, looking at some of these costume characters, some of these costumes look relatively new as opposed to 24 years ago.
I'll bet they do. We really keep our costumes updated. We rent them from a costume shop in Milwaukee, and a lot of them are the same costumes that are also used in the Milwaukee Christmas Parade. So I guess we use the same vendor.
Here we have a very special celebrity, Navy Lieutenant
Testing.
Commander John Gabrielson.
Testing.
He'll be coming home from California.
We'd like you to welcome Naval Lieutenant John Gabrielson to Grafton. He's home from California to join us for the parade.
He served as a destroyer material officer on USS Valley Forge. It was a 7-month deployment in support of Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Watch, and Southern Watch. Let's give him a big hand.
It's kind of fitting that he's being followed by all of the Girl Scouts in Grafton.
There must be 100 young little girls out there.
These are all the Grafton Girl Scouts. Let's give them all a big hand. Sorry we missed some of our announcements at the beginning, but we had some technical problems with the mic. Some of the things that went past at the beginning of the parade were our outstanding citizen, Sharon Irwin, the chamber president, Bill Smitherman, and our village president, Jim Brunkwell. I don't want to. Looks like we have another float coming up. Oh, this is the float that the Girl Scouts and Brownies built. They had one at the beginning and one at the end. Boy, they did a nice job.
Very
Look at
nice.
all those girls dressed. The float is sponsored by Troop 403. Merry Christmas, girls. And here we have Raggedy Ann and Andy. And if I'm not mistaken, maybe Annie came to us from California. Is that true? Can you wave to us? Merry Christmas. Thanks for joining us today.
The next entry is Grafton Police Department under Sergeant Dave Potawals. They've been in this parade since 1991. This is McGruff and their program.
And coming into the picture now is Grafton Town Clerk Kathy Miller. Representing the town of Grafton is Clerk Kathy Miller. Let's give her a big hand. And now we have the Caldwell Banker Residential Brokerage Trolley. They are the #1 real estate company in Ozaukee County. This is a Cedarburg office of Caldwell Banker.
And two of our committee people work for Caldwell Banker, Wendy Reimert and Karen Stockwell. And Karen Stockwell recently has been in the hospital, and we wish her well.
Let's give a big hand to Caldwell Banker Residential Realty for all the Frisbees. And thanks to Wendy Reamer and Karen Stockwell who organized that.
Next we have Cub Scout Pack 3817 which is comprised of 1st through 5th graders from Grafton Elementary School and St. Joseph School.
This is one of my favorite parts of the parade, Dave. Look at all these boys that are in the Cub Scouts.
I know.
Future leaders of our community.
That's right.
They just keep coming and coming and coming.
And they're involved in a lot of things too. They're in the Scouting Drive for Food, Quality Unit Award. They won that award this past year, Bay Lakes Council, Boy Scouts of America. And they also participate every year in the Memorial Day Parade, Wabaka Flag Day, And, of course, the Grafton Holidays Parade as well as our parade.
And that was Pack 3817. We also have Cub Scout Pack 3840. Their pack is chartered by the Rosarms Legion Post, and Pack 3840 has been a quality unit for 3 years running. And there's Cub Scout Pack 3817. 3839 is coming up.
Nancy, the float that just went past us was by St. Paul's Lutheran Church.
Oh, I see, we missed that. Well, the church, that's the Cub Scout pack that's sponsored by the church. I think their actual church youth group is going to have a float that's coming up later on in the parade. And we also have Pack 3840 coming up. Oh, look at that big Santa Claus.
I know.
It's not the real one. The real one's at the end of the parade. Hopefully. Hopefully he remains in the back of the parade. Special treat for everybody this year. Santa's float is going to be a real doozy.
It's wonderful seeing all these little boys and little girls, all their festive hats. Troop 840. Now we're seeing Troop 840.
No Jerry Bear the Clown.
Oh, look who's coming up on the horizon up there.
Ooh, the sausages. Do you
hope-
think they'll stop and have a little race?
I hope nobody has a baseball bat.
Oh, me either. Oh, that would be just horrible. Be on the ready down there, officer, just in case we have any problems.
It's really interesting. I think more people enjoy going to the Milwaukee Brewer games to watch the sausage race than to watch the game.
And they've actually gotten national recognition for that incident that took place at Miller Park. I even recently, they were on that sports show with
Right.
Tom Arnold.
That's right.
That man show or what? No, that's not the man show. I can't watch it, because it's
I
a
don't
man
know.
show.
I like women.
Let's hear a big hand for the John Long Middle School Falcon Band.
They've been in the parade many years, probably since day one. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes,
dear
and
Marge?
from yes, Margie, did you?
Absolutely. The middle school very often has, they've been in every parade. I think even when we had rain dates in the past, they always showed up.
Sure. And for many of the students, this is their first time in a marching setting in the band, and I think that they do a marvelous job.
And they're under the direction of Amanda Aruda. I'm surprised the sausages aren't racing here today. They're just sort of casual today, aren't they?
Let's hear it for the nationally renowned Clement Sausages. Let's have a little race here.
I usually pick the hot dog.
On your marks, get set, go!
It looks like the hot dog won.
And coming up next, we have St. Paul Lutheran Church and School, Jesus Christ, White as Snow. They've been using this fine replica of their church since their anniversary several years ago. Their theme is Jesus, the Greatest Shepherd. The children who worked on the float range in age from 7 to 18. And they even have the real bell ringing on the top.
That's right.
St. Paul Lutheran Church and School.
St. Paul sponsors a lot of things too. For 15 years, they've been sponsoring Cub Scouts, 10 years a Boy Scout troop, and 3 years the Venture Crew.
Now it looks like we have one of our state officials here coming into view on the camera soon.
Mark
60th Assembly Representative Mark Gottlieb.
Mark Gottlieb used to be city engineer here for Grafton, and he was mayor of Port Washington.
And we're wishing him very well as he represents our district in the state assembly.
Here comes Jolly the Elf. Everybody get your letters out to Santa.
And behind Jolly the Elf is one of my favorite groups in Grafton, the Grafton Lions Club. They've been in Grafton since 1938, 65 years. Members range in age from 25 to our oldest member, who's 84. Most of them are in their mid-50s. Do many things for the community. Their most profitable is the chicken roast, which is always the third Sunday in June.
Lots of candy from the Grafton Lions Club. Watch out.
There was one year where the Grafton Lions Club sponsored a real live lion.
Oh.
And the the problem with the lion is he would only look at one side, and so everybody on the other side of the street didn't get to see him. So
A
obviously
real
this lion
live
is
lion?
much better. Yes.
Wow.
A real live lion is also a city official.
Oh, that's right. Look at that. I believe it's Trustee Frank Knetter
You're right.
being the lion character. I never knew there was a live lion in the parade. Oh, Margie, she got all those exotic animals. Do
Margie
you know?
never lies.
She actually, was it an elephant that you rode in the parade one
Yes.
year?
Yes.
Margie
Wow.
rode an elephant in the parade one year.
I think
mean,
that was the 10th anniversary.
nothing can top that. Maybe we'll have to get an elephant back next year. This is the Lakeshore Dance Academy.
Lakeshore Dance Academy under the direction of Amy Eichleek. Their members are the ages 6 to 18. They've been in the parade for 5+ years. These talented performers are dancing for you today are part of the 60-member ensemble. Here we have a local celebrity, TV celebrity, Sally Severson from Channel 12. She's been this parade, many years, and she always enjoys coming. She's a resident of Mequon.
Sally's children have almost grown up before our eyes. She's had them in the parade with her since they were babies. So everybody say hello to Sally Severson. Driven by Mel Elgin and Joyce Longley.
We just got a guest here. We have our outstanding
Yes,
citizen,
look at
Sharon
that.
Irwin.
Sharon Irwin is here. It's time for the tag team switch. Are you going back up to the start?
I will. I'll be back handing out candy real soon.
Okay, thanks, Dave. You did a great job.
It doesn't show signs of stopping.
Well, it's a little cold out there, Nancy. Just so
Well,
you know.
how was it along the parade route?
It was great. There's a great crowd out there.
Lots of people.
A little windy here and there.
Little windy. Well, we have something for you to pull your parched throat.
Thank you. Just waving and saying happy holidays. We're having a good time.
Oh, now we have the Ozaki Humane Society float and members of the Ozaki Humane Society. Volunteer Kim Klippel was our float segment chairperson for the parade today. Boy, look at all those dogs. You know what? There's a Wheaton Terrier there that I almost wanted to adopt and take home because I had a Wheaton, but then I found out that the boy that had it wouldn't let me have the dog because he was babysitting for it. He said, I don't think the owners would like it unless if they came home and found their dog adopted. But it really was a pretty Wheaton Terrier. Thanks, Dave.
Oh, look at that. Even Great Lakes Canine Search and Rescue came along.
Right. This is the Great Lakes Search and Rescue Canine Group. They were, we had a little trouble coordinating getting their appearance in the parade today because they were unfortunately on one of the searches that they do the early part of last week when those two young men were missing on Lake Winnebago. Apparently they brought some of the members of this group up there to help to assist in the search. Village Administrator Daryl Hoffland.
Now, how long? Daryl's been our administrator for quite a long time, Nancy. He's been
Yes.
doing a great job, and I know he's had a couple awards recently,
Right, recently, this was actually a wonderful feather in Daryl's cap. We were the first community in Wisconsin to be awarded the Golden Wisconsin Award for Municipal Excellence. And that's very much because of Daryl's leadership. Sponsored by Burlow Mattress Factory Stores are the Celtic Nations Pipes and Drums. The banner carriers for this group are Patrick Heitke and Fargie Starks.
I don't know if I'd want to wear a kilt in
Ooh.
this weather.
Where did this group come from?
The Celtic Nation Pipes and Drums. You know, I'm not sure where they're based out of because they didn't return their sheet, but maybe we can get something. Actually, they're Grafton-based. Their leader is Grafton-based. I believe his last name is Dickman, but they're a very nice-looking group and a wonderful addition to our parade.
This is the Fairest of the Fair coming up, Nance?
Looks like it. Kim Steinke, fairest of the fair.
When I was up there at the Parade Central, they had quite a few tiaras going around, so there's quite a few honored ladies.
There were. I went in to look for Miss Wisconsin, and among all the tiaras, I could hardly spot her. Maybe Kim will be one of our future Miss Wisconsins.
Well, here's a nice 4-H group.
This is the Ozaki 4-H Dog Training Club.
Oh, this group's been together 40 years and a project. Usually they're between 9 and 18 years old, and they train in obedience and showmanship. And they teach that confirmation, which we've joked about is not about anything with the dog and religion.
No.
It's a dog show.
It's a dog show. We thought confirmation was like a dog baptism, but we found out it's conformation, which means dog show. You know, it's amazing, Margie, isn't it, what you learn after you've put on a parade for so many years? We've had to learn about how to tell the two-hump camel from the one-hump camel, the dromedaries and the bacadarians.
Right? Lots of things about the dog.
Sharon likes to impress people with that information in her bank.
Yes, I do. Every once in a while, if we have to talk camel, I know my stuff, that's for sure. This is the Target's float.
Oh,
When we were
that's why
judging,
it's
I
so
remember it was
red.
all red. That's
All
their big
red, yeah. Where's that big white spot in the middle? Oh, there it
on
is.
the tire.
There it is.
Maybe they can help me with my Christmas shopping ahead of time.
Wow,
Their
they
bag.
usually give out some nice gifts. Oh,
Yeah,
this year they have lots of candy.
Oh, yeah.
These are your associates from the local Target store. Merry Christmas. This is a great addition. I just love this.
From Jackson Concrete?
Yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. They were here a couple years now, right?
Well,
Second
this
year?
is their second year.
Okay.
She called me and said they wanted their concrete truck in the parade, and I said, why? And look at how cute it is. They just have a ball during this.
They get some good distance on their candy throws, too.
I'm not using it. This truck is compliments of Jackson Concrete, a local supplier serving Ozaki and Washington counties.
Here comes somebody that we can take notice. He kept the rain and snow off our parade, Nancy. This looks like
Yes.
Vince Candela, right?
Vince Candela, Fox 6. Let's give him a big hand. It's always nice to have it dry, but it could be a little warmer.
That's
Maybe we could put
true.
in our order with Vince. You know, the
right.
last time I saw him, it was really hot.
Oh.
It was down at the Harley Festival in Thiensville. He was looking pretty hot, too.
Yeah, my mom thinks he's her favorite weatherman
Yes.
right now. So.
And he was nice enough to announce our parade on his weather broadcast on Wednesday night.
Yes,
So
that's what she heard all about. She said, oh, Vince is going to be there. I'll have to make sure I come down.
Yeah, he is a cutie. Not as cute as my husband, of course, but, you know, it's a black mustache that gets me.
Moving on now.
He's still there, isn't he? Okay.
This one's from Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I helped judge the floats, so I do remember some of them. They're really cute with the snowman.
The Island of Misfit Toys, sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. The director and chairperson is Carol Allers. And their mission is to stop drunk driving, to support the victims of this violent crime, and to prevent underage drinking. Very strong lobbying group.
Here's is
to Kiss FM. I saw him inside too. Tony Zamboni, I think, if it's him. Yep.
That's him, Tony Zamboni of KISS 103.7 FM.
Here's a Triple I Shrine Band that's supported through Cornerstone Community Bank sponsorship. Oh, I see. And the banner carriers are,
Oh, I don't
there,
have
but
the
they're not on
banner
there.
carriers named. I'm
Darn.
sorry.
That's okay. The Shrine Band's been together since 1915, and the approximate age of their members are 65 years old. This is the first time we've had this.
It
unit.
is, and I wasn't exactly sure how they were going to show up, but isn't that unique, the
A
way they're
convertible
riding in that bus?
Do they have to show up? Do they drive in this?
The
old
Triple
unit?
I Shrine Band of Milwaukee.
I hope they put a little lid over them when they go
I
home.
hope they do.
'Cause that'd be sort of cold.
Because they look cold, don't they?
Yes, I think so.
Wow. Ooh. Well, this is a place where they're supposed to play us a song, so I hope that they start playing.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
You got these scratches here.
Yeah, but we're just trying to
Some that were mixed up.
follow along.
Here's a unit sponsored by the Grafton Sunrise Rotary.
Uh-oh, Mr. Trix Juggler dropped his fire. Sponsored by the Grafton Sunrise Rotary Club is Juggler Mr. Trix. And the banner carriers are Rotarian Dave Hofferbird and his daughter. I think he's going to put on a little show for us. What do you think?
I think so. He's got to get those things relit.
He didn't really
It's
drop
cold.
those on purpose, did he? Because he's too good for that. Now he's lighting them all again. Woo!
Whoa! Be careful out
Whoa!
there.
Man alive, stay back, kids. Hang on to your children while Mr. Trix does his famous fire juggling.
Here's a new group that came in with a float game room gear who's located out in West Bend. And I know they've got quite a few things out there. I know it's on Highway 60. I've driven by it before. They've got air hockey, foosball, ping pong, darts. Oh, darts. I
Oh,
do that.
darts. for those
NASCAR, Harley items.
dart player like
have to
you,
take a trip
you
over
gotta
there
get
the
out
next
there
time
for
I
your
go
Christmas
by.
shopping. Get that NASCAR paraphernalia.
That's right. Get that all squared away right away.
Mr. Trix, Mr. Juggler is available for performances at schools, libraries, festivals, company picnics, and any kind of special celebrations. It's a comedy juggling adventure for all ages. Oh, look at that nice foosball table on the back of that game room gear
And
thing.
there was a slot machine in there too, Nancy. So
Whoa,
stay away.
baby. And me without my quarters.
That's why you're up here and not down there, because we knew you'd get out of hand. Another great float through George Webb West Restaurants. And they're really into the Toys for Tot Children
Right,
Drive. I know
right.
that's been in existence since the mid-40s, and they're a big supporter of that. Oh, look at, they even have...
And I know that they took first place in the commercial division last year. Did you say that already?
No,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Not. I said they had live music on board their float today.
This float is to kick off their yearly Christmas celebration and children's toy drive. So they're asking to please donate toys to the store, donate all the toys donated stay in Ozaki County. And here we have a sub sandwich from Subway.
Yeah, it's getting near lunchtime.
Yeah.
Probably
Oh,
thinking
I'm a
about
little
that.
hungry. I went out to the breakfast with Santa this morning, though, so I'm pretty good to go.
Our
Local Subway is owned by Ron Young.
Our second weatherman's here.
And our second weatherman in today's parade from WTMJ4, Jim Ott. Happy holidays, Jim.
Deborah stilt walking. This is very cold up top
Pretty.
that tall. Wow.
Oh, and second place float in the community organization.
There you go. This must be
Cloverleaf 4-H Club.
They did a great
There's
job.
Bob Ellerbrock selling hot dogs over there. Bob's Barkers.
This was a really cute float when we were were judging. I thought they did a
Oh,
nice
it's
job.
adorable. The sights and sounds of our family's Christmas by the Cloverleaf 4-H Club.
They've got their carolers and reading the Christmas
You
carol.
know, it just doesn't seem too long ago that Margie conned me into riding on one of those floats in my little elf costume. Do you recall? I think it was the year you were warm on your elephant and I was freezing my little things off and being an elf.
Oh, there's
Oh, Red Riding Hood, followed by the big bad wolf. Ooh, they look friendly.
do.
Are they supposed to be friendly?
This must be the Hair Shapers vehicle.
This is Jim Stepaniewski. Hair Shapers is a full-service hair salon that's located right behind us on 13th Avenue, and one of our newer chamber members.
They bought some-
Hair Shapers and Company, Jim Stepaniewski, tanning and hairstyling, located right on 12th Avenue.
Got a little bit of the Dr. Seuss going in there.
Yeah,
There's
and
the
SpongeBob it looks
and-
like.
And a little SpongeBob. Ah, here we come with the camels, Nancy.
Oh, the camels and animals are from the Jodan Farms in Franksville, Wisconsin, in Racine County.
Here's the leader of the pack, Ron Pugh, lead camel.
Ron has been on that camel for a long time. Was he doing that when you were?
Ron Pugh has been on that camel for 25 years.
Boy, he's gotta get a really sore seat from sitting on that
He
camel.
is on the dromedary, actually. He likes the one-humped camel, is the dromedary. The two-humped camel is the, oh, wait a minute, do I have that right? Yeah, Bacadarian. B for two humps, D for one hump.
Looks like we only have all the ones today.
It does.
All
It doesn't look
Ds.
like we have a two-humped. We have
Oh.
3 dromedaries.
I guess.
And the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Ozaki County. The shepherds come to us, compliments of Big Brothers, Big Sisters of Ozaki County. Thank you and happy holidays. You know, Leighton Olson from the Olson's Piggly Wiggly in Cedarburg never passes up an opportunity to support a community event. For 20 years in Cedarburg, this store has been locally owned and operated. And they were awarded tops in customer service in the News Graphic Readers Poll in '03. So there's the pig.
There's the pig. Shop the pig, right?
Shop the pig, I guess. Ozaki County District Attorney Sandy Williams. Happy holidays, Sandy.
I heard that she's on the Big Brothers Big Sisters board.
She is, yes.
Does a lot of work with
Right. She's very high profile in Ozaki County. Ooh, I see SpongeBob SquarePants.
SpongeBob SquarePants is coming right after Sandy.
He's
Be
looking
careful.
What is the point of SpongeBob
I
SquarePants?
don't know.
Nobody's been able to explain that to me.
Here comes our first place.
I don't think we're old enough.
Do you think that? I'm waiting for my granddaughter to get old enough to communicate that to me. You know,
Here's our first place float for the
Ooh.
nonprofit community organization.
And who is that?
Holy Cross 4-H Club. This is the one that they had a live goat on it. I
Oh.
was judging it earlier. It's
the
fabulous
Holy
float.
Cross 4-H Club received the first place in the float competition for the community organization division. Let's give them all a big hand. Oh,
They had a great float. It's all the different countries and how they celebrate Christmas. It's cool. I was just amazed.
Margie and I were just laughing about that the other day because see the little boy in the, well, he doesn't have lederhosen on. He has the, like, what are those called? What are those? Knickers. Well, Margie had my son, who is 30 years old now, when he was that age, in a float similar to that with lederhosen on.
Okay then, see?
Those are the days when we gathered up every young child we could find and put him in a costume and stuck him
Well,
on an
exactly.
international float.
They were happy holidays. They were starting to worry about Margie. You know, they were like hiding their children from her. But all the children just loved it, actually.
Now this next unit was sponsored by Majestic Storage. I saw that go by. It's Billy Bear's Circus Band Wagon Train.
And the banners were carried by Rachel Jansak and Anna Hazen. They do this as a retirement hobby. They do about 20 to
You can do.
26 parades a year. Soon, I hope. They have won many awards in southeastern and central Wisconsin parades and would like to thank everyone for inviting them back each year. And they are sponsored by Port Washington State Bank. That's your bank, Sharon.
The Ozaki High School band. Our banner carriers were Jonah and Laura Prom from the bank. And the band is chaired or directed by Jim Salamone. They've been together 24 years. And of course, they do a wonderful job for us each year coming to our parade.
And thank you to Port Washington State Bank for sponsoring that. The Ozaki High School band was sponsored by Port Washington State Bank. And now we have Dan Small of Outdoor Wisconsin. Happy holidays, Dan. Dan's in our parade every year. Oh, and
He's got a puppy. I saw it at the
Oh,
at the
look
start of the
at-
parade. A Labrador, isn't it cute?
Yes,
Oh, and he's keeping her nice and warm.
I guess.
Here the Labradors are. Speaking of Labradors,
Speaking of Labradors,
good thing we got that thing going with the dogs.
this is LEARN, which stands for Labrador Education and Rescue Network. Now, I thought these were rescue dogs, but actually these are people that rescue Labradors from bad situations, you know, and put retrievers in new homes
okay.
through
so
adoption.
Like re-adopt them, foster
Right,
home when
adopt,
there's a
donate,
problem.
foster, and save a lab. Oh, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a Dalmatian down there, though. I don't think labs have spots. Okay.
You never know.
Ooh.
Ooh, dog bones and
Ooh, look
candy
at-
got thrown by us.
It's
There
funny.
you go.
Oh, how cute. Look at that. A lifesaver, a dog bone, and a
After
Kit
you
Kat.
get the dog bone, Nancy, you have to have the lifesaver. That's why. Okay. Aren't you glad I came here to do some color commentary, Nancy?
I really am
Oh,
glad. Yeah. Oh, speaking of color, look at Roscoe
Uh-oh.
the dog.
Yikes.
Whoa!
He's a wild
I
one.
thought he was going to fall out of that car. Oh, and he's driven by my friend Pat Stecker.
Oh, boy.
Look at
She's
that.
got her hands full with him.
She does. Hi, Pat. You've got a lively one in the car there. Roscoe from the Milwaukee Admirals.
I think you owe her one on that one,
I
Nancy.
think I'm going to get in trouble for this. I can't wait till we play poker on Wednesday night.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
This one here, one is now.
Here comes the Triple I Shrine Animals, and they're sponsored by Associated Bank. Banner carriers are Jill Smith and Deborah Shannon. And these Triple I Shrine Center animal units were founded in 1966.
They appear at a lot of, I've seen them up at the football game when they have the Shrine game in Green Bay.
Green
That's where
Bay.
the Packers play, isn't it? Well, that's where
field, I
they
heard
try to
about
play.
that place.
Recently, it hasn't been going well for them, but you know, we're hoping things will pick up.
There's a cricket.
Oh, Jiminy Cricket and Cookie Monster and Snoopy. These are the Triple I Shrine Animal Unit.
Their motto is walking in costume so that weak legs may walk. So
Oh, they brought the full contingent. Sylvester the cat, Garfield. Who's that blackbird? What's he?
I don't know. It's a
Margie?
blackbird.
Any clue?
Daffy Duck, is
Daffy,
that
that's
Oh, wow.
She's been on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, she is the parade person,
Here's a
isn't
mouse
she?
of some sort.
Yeah. Huh. Look at
How do you get
that.
a mouse in a car? Mac and Millie, but or maybe
no.
it's one of the shrine ones.
I think that's the shrine
It's
guy.
still a shrine mouse.
Yes, I think it is. I think he's the head of the whole
He's the
unit.
head mouse.
He's the head mouse.
Head costume character.
Ooh,
And he's got Mickey's song playing.
he does.
Direct from Disney World. Where it's probably a whole lot warmer than it is right
Oh, I
here.
know. Well, you were just there in October,
I was
weren't
just
you?
there. It was great. It was 85 and beautiful, and maybe we should just head on south after this. Oh, another 4-H club. They've done really some nice.
I thought the floats looked extremely
They
well
did.
done today. I was so happy that it wasn't really windy. Remember a couple years ago when they got blown
Yes,
apart?
everything got blown apart a couple years ago. It rained on them and they got drenched. This year they finally can hold together.
I remember the parade, the float coming down the parade route, and all it was a bare trailer, and the people walking with it were like crying and went, it blew apart.
So this is Ozaki County 4-H, and this is the 75-year anniversary of 4-H. I didn't realize that. Okay. And they've got all their different...
The Ozaki County 4-H group celebrating 75 years of 4-H youth.
All the building blocks of 4-H are up there.
Wow.
Now,
I always thought there were four, just heart, health, hand, 4-H's.
One of them.
Heart, health, hands. Uh-oh.
Well,
I'm
next
losing
year,
it.
You're gonna have to go on the internet on 4-H.
I'm gonna
Check that
have
out.
to do
By next year, Nancy will have that information for you.
4H.com. Oh,
And
Mr.
this is Mac
Bubbles.
and Millie.
Mac and Millie Mouse.
That's right.
Parade wouldn't be complete without them, you know. My granddaughter saw them out at the breakfast and she was too afraid to go. She just stood back and said, "Miss me." This is one of our newer chamber members and new business in Grafton. This is the Grafton Cedarburg Coin Laundry.
Okay, yeah, by Century.
Right, they're
Okay.
next to Century. They have
There
their
they are.
truck decorated very festively.
That's right. I thought they would have bubbles blowing out.
I thought they
outside,
would
but
too. It's
little
not bubbles.
souls blowing.
Clean your stockings for Santa. Clean
Now we
your
know where to
stockings
go.
for Santa. Oh, okay.
Here
I
comes-
usually like to hang up the dirty ones.
We can hear this unit before we see it, Nancy. It's the Calliope.
It is
From
the
the chamber.
Grafton Chamber Calliope, played by Lori Sass, with all of her Christmas music. The Grafton Chamber Calliope and the director, Lori Sass. Oh, she's taking a picture. I should take some pictures. Oh, here's my favorite dogs, the Airedales. This is the Wisconsin Airedale
they are
Terrier
adorable.
Club. They are just my favorite. I want one of these. I like the Wheatons, but the Airedales are my second choice. Aren't they
are
pretty? Where'd my husband go? I was going to tell him that this is what I want for Christmas.
Uh-oh. We'll make a list and we'll
I
get it to
know.
him later. Not a
I know.
problem.
We have a number of clown units that are joining us today, too. We have the Fabulous Clowns of Wisconsin. I think we had the Moo the Clown Group.
It's neat to have all those characters in
Right.
between, especially, you know, when you got a little bit of a gap, they can entertain the kids, keep them going.
Right. Oh, and who is coming here?
Barney and Baby Bob.
Well,
Oh,
Purple Monster and his friends.
so
See, this-
similar, too.
This would be my granddaughter's very favorite part of the whole parade.
We've had them in our parade for quite a number of years now, too. They just love to come back every year.
I have to take a picture so I can show my granddaughter.
There you go.
Perfect.
There you
So
go.
Sharon, who's in back now? Who are this?
Now we've got the Hartford Energizers, and these are sponsored by Senior Luna. Banner carriers are Trent Dowling and Quinn Stoltman of St. Joe's.
They are an award-winning precision dance team that joins us every year from Hartford, Wisconsin. Very entertaining. Their director is Sheila Trost. Let's have a big hand for the Hartford Energizers. Wow.
Oh boy.
And here are
Those
the
Red Hat ladies, Red Hat Society, Razzle Dazzle
These are the
Chicks.
Razzle Dazzle Chicks of the Grafton Red Hat Society. Let's give them a big hand. They have a very upbeat, enthusiastic group of ladies. They have monthly luncheons with some sort of tour to follow, and they have gone on shopping sprees in Sheboygan and had a potluck pajama party.
Sounds like things we could fit right into, Nancy.
Yeah, I'll wait a few years.
Yeah.
My mom's busy with the Red Hats right now.
Uh-oh. Here comes Mr. Ozaki 4-H and Miss Ozaki 4-H. Hannah Wendt
Hannah Wendt
and Andrew. Sasha.
Mr. and Miss Ozaki 4-H, Hannah Wente and Andra Chesso. Andy is a senior at Homestead High School and a 10-year member of the Ozaki 4-H program. And they are both, you know, honored to be involved with the 75th celebration of 4-H in Ozaki County.
There's Carter's Salon.
Carter's Salon has been open for a year now and business has been great. This is their second year in the Grafton Christmas Parade.
And they're down in the mill.
Yes, they are. They're down in the mill on 14th Avenue.
That place really has turned out nice. All of the little places down
Yes.
by the mill.
Yes.
super place to go and shop.
Shady Lady and Norm Peterson's Cabinets
Oh,
and
yeah.
a lot of artists. Art Post recently opened in the mill as well. So it's really,
We had the snowmobile club there. I hope there's going to be snow this year, Nancy. Maybe you can get a chance to get out there.
that would be nice.
We have Monticello Snowmobile Club, and they've been with us a number of years. And now this is
This is Sharon Carpenter and her friends. Their name of their entry is Worshiping Christ. They won an award for their first float in West Bend. They've been together for 3 years, and they're a bunch of ladies that have a Bible study group that just like to get together, and part of what they do is build floats to spread the word and appear in local parades.
yeah, and it was beautiful, well done.
I believe Village Trustee Bob Ponton is coming up
How can you
next in
tell,
one of his
Nancy?
vintage automobiles.
I think you're right. That is very correct. You know, it's great when the cable station's been able to promote the village board meetings and different things, and it's a shame that it sounds like we're going to lose that ability.
It does. Village Trustee Bob Ponton.
With these fabulous parades that we put on as well, Nancy. And
Well, you know, I think we're still going to have a way to get the parades broadcast, but unfortunately, Channel 14 will be gone. But constituents should call their local trustees to let them know that they missed the broadcast
they
of the,
appreciate this.
you know, of the parades and the special events and the church services, and as well as the village plan meetings and the village board
Right.
meetings.
How
It's a-
else are we to know what's going on
That's
around
right.
here? And a lot of times you just can't get to the meeting because it just conflicts with things that you're
That's
doing.
right, and I
So,
think more people watch those than we know about.
Yep.
This is the Encore Dance Studio
From Cedarburg, it must be.
and their performance company.
They're from, it looks like a Cedarburg address for some of these. Encore Dance offers classes in ballet, jazz, Irish, there you go.
Ooh, Irish
Tap.
dancing. Margie and I do that well.
Hip hop. You could go to hip hop or
Hip-hop.
Irish.
No,
Either one ought to
stick-
work for you. They have ages 3 to adults, so there you go.
Well, okay, adult or, you know, middle aged. We're still middle aged.
You're an adult, okay?
Middle-aged.
Fine.
You know.
Oh, this
And
is
here we have the Salvation
Salvation
Army.
the Salvation Army.
This is the
float.
sights and sounds of the Salvation Army. The chairperson is Rose Leiter. Don't forget to donate when you hear that bell ringing this holiday season. Looks like we're getting to the end.
Poppy Princess, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Amanda Liney's, the senior Poppy Princess, and I believe the junior Poppy Princess. Amanda Liney's, the senior Poppy Princess.
Maybe the junior's not far behind because I see another tiara, Nancy. So
The junior Poppy Princess is Amanda Effenheim.
there you go.
Okay, Nancy.
Okay, you want to know why these are in?
We're ready for
plow.
snow.
The county highway department gets their plows ready for snow, and if they haven't used them before the parade, they just like to have them in the parade.
To show how they work.
Right, to show what your tax dollars pay for. You know, they do this on their own time. These county guys are proud of their big equipment. Oh, that's a shiny new red truck.
Yes, Birdie. Look, it even gets his name on the side of the truck. All right, ladies, what else
right.
is new?
All right, I think I need some water.
Uh-oh.
Following, woo!
That's loud.
Following the county highway department trucks and plows, we're going to have the Ozaki County Ham Radio Club and radio operators who are such a tremendous help to us on parade day.
Oh, they are. They shadow people and make sure we can keep in contact.
Right, and they help with the communications. It's just great. We're really happy to have them. And following them is the Wisconsin Antique Power Reunion Tractors. These are antique tractors that are rehabbed and refurbished.
And we bring them out for, I know they have a show in the summer, right?
Yes,
I
they
know
do.
They do something and I've seen it.
Unfortunately, they didn't get me the date of their show for this year so we could broadcast it, but I know it takes place sometime in June.
Yeah. Dave was telling me as he left that you were sort of going over some of the people who have helped through the event. And I know there's quite a few more. I think he was saying that you have a silent auction committee. Maybe you haven't even mentioned yet on our
Right, those
broadcast.
ladies are from Grafton State Bank. Patty Brandt and Lauren Churchman. Kim Cripple from the Humane Society did our floats. Of course, Jolly the Elf.
I saw Jolly roaming everywhere.
Jolly
She
is
was
all
everywhere.
over. She's such a help to us. Patty Gloon Hansen of
She got a great
Cornerstone Bank.
attitude.
Lynn May from Lakeshore Newspapers handles all of our publicity. Marlene Ravik is a community volunteer that works so hard on the decorations and organizing the community Christmas party. And of course, Dave Antoine works on that party as well as the tree lighting.
And the announcing. He's
And the
everywhere.
announcing.
And
He's all
gonna
over.
be
He'll
in the
be in the
parade
parade
later.
again.
He's
You know,
just a major guy.
I think he wants to top somebody else's appearance
I
in the
think
parade.
so. He just wants to be everywhere.
We have Mike Donahue in the Grafton area JCs who are tremendous help in the staging area, getting everything organized and ready to go down the street. And of course, Karen Stockwell and Wendy Reamer, who organize the special units for the parade. Our thoughts and good wishes go out to Karen Stockwell for a speedy recovery from a recent surgery that she had. And Betsy Kranich of the Grafton Family Restaurant also works very hard at the breakfast and at the dinner tonight. So I see the South Shore drill team
I
coming.
hear 'em. They're coming.
Where's Santa Claus?
Santa's got to be right nearby. The South Shore Drill Team is sponsored graciously by Grafton State Bank.
We
And
were-
their banner carriers are Rachel Hausman and Kaylee Fritz.
We were very fortunate to have them. Merry Christmas to the Wisconsin Antique Power Reunion. And now, sponsored by Grafton State Bank, the award-winning South Shore Drill Team from Chicago, Illinois.
It's always best to just watch and be amazed, Nancy, at this group, isn't it?
I know. They're just so talented, and every year it's just a thrill to have them come back to Grafton. The South Shore Drill Team of Chicago, Illinois. Thank you. You can really feel the earth moving on that music,
Oh, my
can't
word.
you? Woo!
You know, that band has been in our parade for probably, if we look back, I think they were one of the first bands and one of the first parades. But when I look at the speakers were half that size in that first parade.
Isn't technology grand? Well, we're really happy, and we have to thank Grafton State Bank for their generous donation to make their appearance possible. The South Shore Drill Team is a prevention program fighting against gangs, drugs, high dropout rates, and teen pregnancy. It offers youths an opportunity to develop self-esteem, self-discipline, and goals for their future. The team has approximately 200 young men and women. And now, who is it, the star of the show, pulled by live reindeer?
Oh, Santa's here! Woo!
That is a great addition to
Isn't
this
that
year's
cute?
parade. Congratulations to the team.
Well, thank you. Santa Claus pulled by his very live reindeer from the North Pole. Merry Christmas, Santa.
Brought by Reindeer Games.
Reindeer Games provided the live reindeer for Santa this year. Now, kids, get ready to get that chocolate, and please be careful.
It's time for the parade committee.
It is.
I hope they all have their good throwing arms, Nancy.
I think we got everybody named, didn't we?
I think we went through them. And
Well,
they're
I
all
want
up
to
there.
congratulate you, Sharon, on the honor of being awarded the Outstanding Citizen, which I know you'll receive at the Community Christmas Party tonight, where we'll also have an auction to raise money for the Chamber Scholarship Fund.
This has been a great day for me, and I don't feel I deserve it because I think everybody does a whole lot of things for Grafton. But it's nice that you guys do recognize a person each year, and I
Well, we've
appreciate
had
it.
a lot of fun throughout the year, and we really need to thank you for all the time
here
and
comes the
effort that
candy.
you put into
You're welcome.
I remember the year I wore a football helmet so I didn't get a bruise in my head. Margie, thanks so much for joining us. And next year we're going to have this planned out, and we're going to get a lot more history over the 25 years that Grafton has been hosting this parade.
Nancy, I appreciate being invited to join you, and I really congratulate this year's team. They did a fabulous job.
Well, thanks so much. We'll look forward to it again next year. And I do also, again, want to thank Carl Harms for the taping of this. I also would like to thank H&K Concrete, who provided us with this wonderful stage, and Dave and Jan Shannon, who are coming right now to take it apart. They did a great job of putting this together, and Jim Cowell at H&K Concrete is always so nice to provide this review stand for us.
Well, it's time to say happy holidays,
It's happy
everybody.
holidays to everyone in Grafton, and thank you for joining us for the 24th Annual Grafton Christmas Parade, brought to you by the Grafton Area Chamber of Commerce.